Happy Boxing Day to those of you who celebrate it. I got kind of a Christmas gift this year. Bunch of wood. Didn't hit the house too hard. I think mainly just branches and stuff that kind of caught on the house as I'm coming down. I had to get a hat, try to cover the camera with it or something. But yeah, I got a lot of the branches here. Got some on my way down. It's going to be a pain in the ass to got to do a little bit of cleanup here. Today is Thursday, so right, yeah. So I don't have to go out tonight. Oh, there it is. That's what went. Or you can see it by catching it. It's hard to tell what I've got in the thing. Yeah, that just split about halfway up, and now I got essentially now a dead tree. I don't know, it might live. It's got some branches lower. I don't know what set it off. I had assumed. Oh, you know what? That may not be the whole tree. There's another tree hit it, broke it off. Okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, there wasn't an ice storm or anything, and my assumption was, and it's still going to be, I was going to go back and try to check, but I can't even get down my stairs without doing some work, so it's not going to be something I do with the camera in hand. I had assumed it was soil erosion that sent the tree forward, and I still think that's the case, and it just happened to break that tree off there. Which, yeah, you know, the trees here, this is what, let me think how many I've lost. So, I had a few cut down. I had 3 cut down, 1 accidentally. And, there's one of them. 2 of the 3 were dead. 1 was pretty close to dead, so that, you know, the confusion was easy between that and the other. But I've had 1 fall. This was the scary one, because it hit the house pretty hard and scared the shit out of me. 1 fell there and kind of hit the weatherhead, but didn't damage it enough. Like, it bent it a little, but apparently the integrity's still there. That's kind of cool. Last year, or this year, still, I guess it's still this year, I had 1 cut across the road there. Lucky my neighbor didn't get hit by it, like his car or whatever. And that one, definitely soil erosion. The first one was a heavy ice storm. Actually, both of those were heavy ice storms as well. But I think it was the soil erosion that got the one over there. And this one, I'm assuming, is also soil erosion behind the first tree coming down. And yeah, it looks like the break is that tree coming off there. And who knows, you know? Who knows what's going to happen? I'm hoping I don't last long enough to find out much more. So yeah, this is actually very problematic where this tree landed. Maybe not as bad as across the driveway. The one that hit the house didn't cause any problems by being a tree, you know, by being a down tree. But I actually use the path going up here and then going through the woods, which might be badly disrupted as well, very heavily. So tomorrow night I have to go up that way and back. I mean, yes, I can use the driveway, but it adds a good 15 minutes to my walk. Or at least I think it does. Maybe more like 10, I don't know. But also my shopping now, I go up that way. No biggie going up that way, But coming back down with the cart, so I've got to get this shit cleaned up one way or another. I don't necessarily have to cut the wood yet. It looks like I can find a path through what was a garden kind of area that is now a bunch of pine needles. But I at least have to get, get all the easy stuff cleaned up. But also coming home, I got to be careful. Maybe I want to make sure I don't have that splintered wood sticking out, because for the first time in a long time, I'm almost definitely going tomorrow. I do feel a little ill, but I'm almost definitely going tomorrow, and I'm also almost definitely not getting a ride back. Now, with the rides back, I come home on the driveway. Of course, I'd have to clean a bunch of this up anyway, right? Because even if I was getting a ride back, I have to make it up and down this staircase and the walkway there. So I've got a bit of a task in front of me today. Not a huge one, but more than I'm used to. And I guess that's something to be thankful for, having some purpose or whatever in existence. While we're out here, might as well check on my trees. I'm looking at that one. That one looks like it's not hurt by this. I've got a few kind of youngish trees. Young because when I moved in, they were tiny. One of them's over there, and that one's doing fine. And you can see it's got these little bean-like things hanging. I guess they're the seeds for it. I'm always hoping it'll sprout more. Then there's this poor guy. And this guy, he was here when I moved in. And one year, I didn't water him enough during the summer and he died. But then last year he resprouted. Like a tree sprouted from the same root system, I think. So a second tree grew there, and I think it died last year too. I did try to water it, but that part of the hill just does not get a lot of water. And I got a little peeper making happy little sounds as he explores the new terrain. All right, I'll send this up. But yeah, it's funny because, yeah, I did chop up the wood that was across there, but I've been avoiding for all this time. This is mostly from the one tree that fell, but also shit I find in the yard. I've got all these kind of things that are too big, although some of them are not, to just snap. You can see one on the top that, yeah, I could just break. But branches that are too big to just snap that I've been putting aside and I was supposed to cut up. And, the first year that it happened, I was okay about it. I was pretty good about it. I got about half of it done. And since then, I've basically not done any of it. And this is how I know I lost my bandana, because I was using my bandana when I was cutting that wood originally, and then I ended up not being able to find it at some point or another. And I kept cutting wood after I couldn't find it, but I have no idea what happened to it. But yeah, this, I don't know what effects this is all going to have, especially this tree. I may have to have that tree taken down. Shit. Because if it's not alive anymore, it's too big a danger where it is, I think. I've got another one on the other side over there that I really need to get taken down as well. But I moved in and I had this wonderful forest, and now lots of it is going away.